Brendan?
Yeah, but I think they're going to be like a much here to help you.
Oh,
How you doing?
good. How are you?
Good.
All right, don't worry.
Except I like to do the school.
They got some. Oh, you go to school for it?
Hey, they got Josh Gordon, Jarvis.
You got both lineups here.
Oh yeah. Need 'em? Yeah, you can have 'em.
Appreciate it. RCP?
Yeah.
Four corners.
Oh, Route 6, the one with the subway? Oh. You're not going to believe this. I actually got here, I think, just in time. I got here from work. I came here from work.
Oh, really? Where do you work?
Dunkin' Donuts in Universal Center.
Yep, know that one.
All right, welcome to Tuctus Mead Park as we settle in for American Legion baseball as the playoffs continue in the senior division. A lot of games wiped out yesterday due to Mother Nature and trying to get a whole slew of games in today. Bristol and RCP playing. Bristol unbeaten. They have won 2 in their pod. RCP at 2-1. Their lone loss in pod play. A heartbreaking 2-1 loss to Bristol was that Sunday? I think it was Sunday already. So Bristol in the driver's seat here today with a win. Here in this one, they will be a representative in the North Super Regional. If RCP wins, they're going to play another one. David Dewey will lead things off for RCP. He's a center fielder going up against Alex Balfour. They get this game going. Balfour, a right-hander, out there on the mound for Bristol. And the game's first pitch is up high for ball 1. Noah Budzik, the shortstop, will hit second for RCP. And Nick Polizonis will bat third. Polizonis, the first baseman. That pitch missed down low. Ginevage behind the plate. You have Green at first, Fredette at second base. Plantamoro is your shortstop for Bristol in the red uniforms, and Matt Goulet playing at the bag at third. Curveball, strike call over the outside corner. Outfielders, Lozier in left, Violet in center, and Lemke, the right fielder defensively. He has this field in pretty good shape considering the weather we've had. There's a batted ball foul. We got to be alert from our broadcast location today as foul balls could come flying in our direction. Don't know if I'm as quick as I used to be 210 years ago, but we'll wait and see. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Dewey leading things off here for RCP. Curveball popped up and fouled off. Third base side now to play. We bring you the GoPro view today. Count remains level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Balfour looking in for the sign. The righty with a twist and the pitch. Another pitch spoiled off. Dewey staying alive there, trying to get something going. Zach Lombardo will bat 4th today for RCP. But Tivic, the catcher, he'll bat 5th. Austin Roy hitting 6th, the third baseman. Jared Valentin, the left fielder, hitting 7th. Alex Hinkle is a designated hitter, and Tyler Baldwin hitting 9th. A speed pitch and a strikeout, and that's the first of the ball game for Balfour. So Noah Budzik to the plate. Budzik, a terrific familiar name around American Legion baseball, representing RCP. His brother was an outstanding player. Here comes the pitch from Balfour, and that's outside ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Balfour liking to work quickly into the windup and pitch to the plate. They were showing bunt with Budzik, and it's over for the strike, and the count goes level at 1-1. These two teams did compete, as we mentioned, on Sunday. Bristol winning it in dramatic fashion late. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield just about straight away. Not much wind. The clouds, however, are gray up above, threatening to drop some rain on us. It has been a strange weather pattern, that's for sure, for all of us here in the state of Connecticut over the last 4 to 5 days. As the count goes level at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the first. Balfour ready to deal it. And the 2-2, and that's going to be lobbed over the infielder's head. Goulet didn't have a shot at it, Plantamoro either, and that will be a single for Budzik. He becomes a 1-out base runner. Polizonis now stepping in, the first baseman, number 3 hitter in this RCP lineup. RCP trying to stay alive here in this game. Pitch drops low for ball 1. Budzik with pretty good speed at the bag at first. Ginevage behind the plate with a pretty good arm. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out and 1 on. Plantamoro, the middle infielder at shortstop. Fredette at second base. They're back deep. Ground ball hit down to the third baseman. Goulet will field it. It's going to go to second for the out, and they'll just get the lead man. He looked across the diamond and then went to second base, so no chance for a double play. I don't know if that was indecision or not, but wanted to make sure he had a good grip of the baseball. So Lazonis reaching on a fielder's choice. Budzik is retired. 5-4, and it brings up Zach Lombardo, the right fielder. So you got 2 down, runner at the bag at first for Lombardo. Left-handed hitter. Lombardo playing right field today. Balfour quickly gets ahead, 0-1. He'll spin and throw to the bag at first. First baseman Ryan Green. Palazzone is able to step back safely. Balfour making his 8th appearance. He's worked just about 19 in the 3rd innings, pitched down low. Comes in with a win-loss record at 3-0 with an ERA at 1.45. So he's certainly had himself a nice season. Count 1-1. 1-2 with a strike call. Balfour with good command here in the top of the first. RCP beat Waterford here in Pod D 7-6, and then lost to, I should say that was Bristol. Excuse me, I looked at the wrong notes there. Throw back to the bag at first. Here we go. I'll straighten this right out. They beat Tolland 3-1. That's what they did. Then lost to Bristol 2-1. Beat Tolland again to eliminate them. Did that on Tuesday by the score of 6-1. These two teams were scheduled to play yesterday in Bristol at Muzzy Field, and there's a ball lobbed into left field for a base hit. So the second base hit of the inning. And I got runners at first and second. Lombardo, good job of going with the pitch. I got runners at first and second with 2 down here on the top of the first. Thiveridge now coming up to the plate. So Brett Thiveridge, the catcher, he'll step in, swing from that right side. And I pitch over for the strike call. Austin Roy in the on-deck circle. Roland Thiveridge will be the starting pitcher today for RCP. Balfour trying to get out of a bit of a jam. There's a ball hit high in the air. And Violet will come on over, and he'll make the catch for the out. Thiveridge is retired on a fly ball, and that will do it. So RCP threatens with 2 hits, but they leave 2 on. We'll be back with the bottom of the first. Scoreless game right here on SportingNewsCT.com after these messages. Stay with us.
President Roosevelt signed Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
Well, we have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
All right, welcome right back as we continue with our coverage of American Legion baseball. It's been over a decade now. We've been part of all the American Legion play here in the state of Connecticut. It's amazing how time flies on by. RCP in the field now defensively. Anthony Lozier will lead things off. He's a left fielder for Bristol. Batting second will be Noah Plantamoro, the shortstop, and hitting third, Matt Goulet, the third baseman. Jake Violet will bat in the cleanup spot. He is the center fielder. Corey Fredette, the second baseman, batting 6. Ryan Green in the 7 slot, the first baseman. And the designated hitter will be Steven Orkowski. Then you have Jeremy Ganavers and Mike Lemke, the right fielder, all coming up to the plate at some point for Bristol here. So Tiviaju goes to Mitchell College out on the mound, the right-hander. Jared Valentin is a left fielder. David Dewey in center. Zach Lombardo will play right field for RCP. We'll get to the infielders in just a moment. So Losey to lead it off, and the first pitch is in there for the strike call. Swing and a miss, and quickly the count goes 0-2. Hit on bottom of the first, 7-inning ball game. Losey trying to set the table here for Bristol. If he's into the windup, and the pitch is a strike 3 call. So Losey will go down, caught looking, and there's one out on the strikeout. Now Plantamoro to step up to the plate. No other shortstop today for Bristol. So Plantamoro to dig into that right-hander's batter's box. 383 to straightaway center field here. 325 down the line and left. And probably about the same to right field. Can't see the sign there. 367 to straightaway right. 367 to straightaway left. Out towards the scoreboard there. Count quickly goes 0-2. The Verge is throwing some strikes here to get this game going. Plantamoro behind the count, 0-2. Protecting the plate as Plantamoro fouls it off. Pitch missed outside. The count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he got another strikeout to Vijay. Beautiful curveball over the outside corner. Plantamoro couldn't hold off. So he strikes out. So now you have 2 down. And Goulet will step up to the plate, the third baseman for Bristol, with the bases empty. Here in the bottom of inning number 1. All the zone champs were put into a pod as the top seed, meaning they'd have home field advantage throughout the tournament, and not many number 1 seeds or zone champions out of the 8 zones in Connecticut are left. Matter of fact, Cheshire, Oakville, and Niantic, the only 3 still alive, and they all have to win today. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3 yards pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. Violet is on deck, the cleanup hitter. Austin Roy playing third base. Noah Budzik down at the shortstop spot. Tyler Baldwin plays second, and that's popped up. Looks like it's drifting into foul territory. Right fielder over, and what a try. And they're going to say it hit the ground as Lombardo gave it quite an effort there. Nearly came up with a dramatic catch in foul territory. Very, very close. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Lombardo has come to play today for RCP. They've been a perennial zone champion. To zone 7. They were the 4th seed, however, here in 2018 in Pod D. Bristol coming in out of zone 1, the number 2 seed here in Pod D. This is a home game for Bristol. Muzzy Field not available today. Folks here at Texas Meet in Farmington, very helpful, allowing Bristol to come on out. There's a lazy fly out to the left fielder. Valentin handles that easily enough, and Goulet is retired, and Tiviage comes up with a 1-2-3 inning. We'll be back with the top of inning number 2. It's a scoreless game through 1. right here on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
While I was overseas, the American Legion.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion.
All right, welcome right back as we make our way into the top of inning number 2. Austin Roy will step up to the plate, the right-handed hitting third baseman here for RCP. You got Valentin, then Hinkle to follow at 6, 7, 8 in the batting order against Alex Balfour. Balfour gave up a couple of hits in the first, but it didn't hurt him all that bad, and that first pitch is in there for the strike call. So he quickly gets ahead of Roy. Roy graduated from Cromwell High School here in 2018. Pitch over for the strike. Count goes no balls and 2 strikes here. I'm not awake yet. I need another coffee. Into the windup is Balfour. The pitch, off-speed pitch, just missed. Try to tease him on the outside part of the plate. And Roy, good job not to take the bait. Outfield remains straight away as Balfour peeks over the glove. And pitch down low. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Balfour went to Bristol Central High School, graduated in 2018. Ground ball hit up the middle. Should be easy enough for Plant tomorrow, and he fires it onto the bag at first, and they get Austin Roy on a ground ball out, 6-3. So you have quickly 1 out. So Valentin will step up to the plate. He also graduated from Cromwell High School in 2018. Up for the first time here today with the bases clear. First pitch down low for Balfour. Just tuning in, RCP put 2 on, runners at first and second. Back in the first, came up empty. Singles by Budzik and Lombardo. Bristol in the bottom of the first went 1, 2, 3. They went quietly. Count now 2-0 here to Valentin. There's a strike. Bristol will host the upcoming North Super Regional Tournament, and there's a line drive right back at Alec Balfour. Snaps the glove and holds on. So there's a liner by Valentin, hit it on the nose, but right at the pitcher. And now you have 2 down. Alec Hinkle to the plate, the designated hitter today. Hinkle can also play some first base and catch. 1 year out of high school. He graduated from Cromwell High School in 2017, 5'10", 180. And he'll take a strike call on a curveball going over the outside part of the plate. Balfour continues to look in for the sign from the catcher, Ganavage, and that pitch brings the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Hinkle, the number 8 guy in the lineup, trying to get something going offensively, and hits a bounding ball down to the charging shortstop. Planamora offline with a throw, and safe is Hinkle. He rushed that throw a little. It was going to be a close play. They will rule that an error. Well, a good throw would have got him. So Hinkle on the error. They'll send up the number 9 guy, Tyler Baldwin. So you got a runner on first with 2 down. David Dewey in the on-deck circle. Let's see if they try to move Hinkle along at all. Baldwin, a young guy on this team. He'll graduate from Cromwell High in 2020. Balfour to work from the stretch with the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike, and got a strike call over the outside part of the plate. So the count now 1-2 with 2 down. Runner at first. Violette, the center fielder, not playing all that deep. A little dribbler off the mound is Balfour. Makes a nice play, reaching for it, and a little underhand toss to the bag at first, and that will take care of RCP. No runs, no hits. It was an error and 1 left. They've stranded 3 through 2 innings now. We'll be back with the bottom of inning number 2, still scoreless between Bristol and RCP.
SportingNewsCT.com is now streaming your team's big game. SportingNewsCT.com is Connecticut's broadcast home for high school sports, college sports, and American Legion baseball. Whether it's football, soccer, basketball, hockey, baseball, softball, or lacrosse, we stream it live. Can't watch the game live? Then check out our on-demand rebroadcast. Want a keepsake? Download an audio broadcast or order a DVD. There's more. SportingNewsCT.com features interviews with coaches, players, and administrators. The game's on. SportingNewsCT.com. SportingNewsCT.com is now streaming your team's big game. SportingNewsCT.com is Connecticut's broadcast home for high school sports, college sports, and American Legion baseball. Whether it's football, soccer, basketball, hockey, baseball, softball, or lacrosse, we stream it live. Can't watch the game live? Then check out our on-demand rebroadcast. Want a keepsake? Download an audio broadcast or order a DVD. There's more. SportingNewsCT.com features interviews with coaches, players, and administrators. The game's on. SportingNewsCT.com.
All right, welcome right back as we continue with our coverage into the bottom of inning number 2. And Jake, Violet will lead things off. Violet, the center fielder. And Corey Fredette is in the on-deck circle, followed by Ryan Green. The meat of the order coming to the plate for Bristol here in the bottom of 2. Viage into the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be floated high up in the air, down the right field line and out of play. From our vantage point, it goes down out of our view. Going to count quickly. 0-2 here. 2 strikeouts on the first for Roland Tiviage. Tiviage into the windup, and the pitch from the right-hander comes with the heat, and that's up high. Missed with the fastball. Violet. He'll go back to the dugout as he strikes out. And right now, Tiviage has been dominating. He's not messing around right now. Here comes Fredette to the plate, the second baseman for Bristol. Tiviage, who is out of Mitchell College into the windup and missed outside. He's been getting ahead of the hitters here early on in this contest. Works quickly, and the 1-0 in there for the strike, and the count goes level at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Green in the on-deck circle. The pitch to the plate. That ball hit down the right field line, and it's going to be foul. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Scoreless So far, Mother Nature cooperating, at least here in Farmington, is a slow roller down to the third baseman, and Austin Roy with a strong throw across. Now you have 2 down. Going to bring up to the plate Ryan Green, the first baseman here for Bristol. Green graduated from St. Paul High School. Plays first base. Fastball swing and a miss. Tiviage going right after him. Goes a strike 2. 0-2 count, 2 down, bases are empty. Outfield straight away for RCP. Dewey, the center fielder, and that pitch up high. Koski in the on-deck circle, the designated hitter today for Bristol. That's dribbled out the end of the bat. One-two pitch, strike 3 call. That is the 4th strikeout of the game for Tiviage, and he just has dominated here early on. We'll be back with the top of 3 scoreless game here on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation.
Now we move on to the top of inning number 3, still scoreless between Bristol and RCP. And top of the order to lead it off here. And David Dewey, who struck out his first time. Alec Balfour has allowed a couple of hits. RCP has had a runner reach on an error. They've had runners on in each of their first 2 offensive innings. So Dewey, Budzik, and that pitch hit high in the air. That's going to carry over the head of the left fielder Lozier, and he's going to have to chase it down. Grass is a little wet, and that ball just stopped as like it was a 9-iron onto a green, and Dewey has himself a leadoff double. 3rd hit of the game. I was mentioning that Nick Polizonis is in the number 3 slot today, and now he's in the on-deck circle as Budzik steps up to the plate with a runner at second and nobody out here in the top of the 3rd. Budzik singled his first time. So Balfour, pitch outside for ball 1. Dewey with a leadoff double as he hit it well. Count goes quickly, 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody out, runner at second. That's a leadoff double by Dewey. First time in the game, RCP has enjoyed that luxury. Big swing and a miss on the fastball by Budzik. Balfour looking in for the sign. And there's a swing and a miss. And the count goes level at 2-2 to Budzik. Cannavage behind the plate to set the target. Here comes the 2-2. A little slow roller. Balfour sprinting after it, fields it, and makes the underhand toss to get Budzik. 1-3. Dewey to the bag at third, so they got one out. And Dewey just 90 feet away. Palazonis to the plate, reach on the field his choice his first time. And he'll try to make contact. Infield will come in around the horn. Green, Fredette, Plantamoro, and Goulet. First curveball, missed outside. Count goes to 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield straightaway, not that deep. RCP with a win will stay alive and force a second game between these two teams, and that's a strike call, the off-speed pitch from Balfour. Count now even at 1-1. Zach Lombardo, the cleanup hitter, on deck for RCP. The 1-1. Now the curve over the outside corner, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Balfour would love a strikeout. He's ahead in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the hitter. Palazonis awaits on the pitch. Tried the same pitch again, and that time it missed, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. RCP, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Bristol, no runs, no hits, and 1 error thus far. That ball lobbed into right field for a base hit. It'll bring home a run. They throw to the bag at first, and just hustling down the line is Palazonis to make it a base hit. Nearly thrown out by Lemke, the right fielder. We saw that between these two teams when they played Sunday, a right fielder throwing out was an apparent base hit as they play shallow and right. So an RBI. Palazonis coming up with a big hit. RCP has the first run on the board. And they're still threatening. Lombardo is 1 for 1 today. First pitch in there for the strike. Bristol coming in unbeaten in Pod D. They won 2 one-run games. Came from behind versus Waterford and RCP, 7-6 and 2-1. So they're no stranger to falling behind in a contest. Balfour's pitch. Lombardo will golf it foul towards batting cages down the third base side. We had a sprinkle of rain for just a moment, and that's passed. It could be that way all day today. Balfour peeks at the runner at the bag at first. Lombardo throws that way. Both teams got here very early today. I was talking to Paul LaFleur, the general manager of Bristol American Legion Baseball. He said the field was not playable at 9 o'clock this morning, and then grounds crew came out here and made it playable. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes at that pitch miss. Lombardo trying to advance the runner. Palazonis with a short lead away. Balfour takes a look at him. And the pitch, 2-2 pitch, hit on the ground down to third. Goulet on the second for 1. And the first for the double play. Good transfer throw by Corey Fredette. And that will do it. Lombardo hits into a 5-4-3 double play. Damage is done. The leadoff double by Dewey. The RBI single by Paulizonis, and well, lo and behold, RCP has a 1-0 lead through 2.5. We'll be back with the bottom of the third right here on SportingNewsCT.com. Stay with us.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
All right, welcome right back. And Tivier's now working with a 1-run lead. He'll face the bottom three in the batting order for Bristol here. And the designated hitter, Stephen Wachowski, is at the plate. Wachowski up for the first time. Bristol is really going to have a tall order to get to this guy out on the mound today. He has been lights out thus far. Tivier has already struck out 4. He's done a terrific job of getting ahead of the hitters. Count goes 1-1 now. He works quickly. He's got the experience. He's a year out of high school. Fastball zips up high for ball 2, and the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Koski has a base hit. Koski drives it in the right field, although they throw to first, and he's going to be safe there. The throw by the right fielder, Lombardo, it forced the first baseman, Paulizonis, off the bag. So Wachowski will have a base hit. He was nearly thrown out as they were playing shallow. Can't assume base hits out the right field anymore. Individual bunt one. Tivier will pick it up. They get the out at second. Wachowski is retired. So the sack bunt turns into a fielder's choice. There was no chance of making a double play, and here's Lemke to the plate. So Lemke, the right fielder. Canavage at the bag at first. Paulizonis is trying to hold him tight there, and the fastball will zip in for the strike call. Tivier showing great location, leans in for the sign. But Tivier's brother behind the plate catching the balls and strikes today for RCP. Check swing foul. And the count now at 0-2. Tivier again will check that runner at the bag at first. Yanovich reached on a fielder's choice. Ball popped up, foul territory. And over to make the play, the first baseman, Paulizonis. So he fouls out to the first baseman. And I have 2 down. With a runner at the bag at first. Losey to the plate. He struck out, called out on strikes his first time. Tivier's pitch to the plate, and that's going to be fouled off the handle towards us and over us. Count goes 0-1. Leadoff double in the top of the third by Dewey. RBI single by Nick Paulizonis has given RCP the lead here in the 3rd inning. Out hitting Bristol now 4-1. Tiviar's pitch again fouled off, and the count 0-2. Again, he works inside on Lozier. Valentin in left, Dewey in center, Lombardo the right fielder. Budzik and Baldwin the middle infielders, Roy at third. Molizonis at the bag at first. Molizonis trying to hold the runner tight there. And the pitch, a little bit high, and the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tiviar's looking for his 5th strikeout, and that is low and away. Runner goes, a throw on down, the tag is made, and they got him. But Tiviar's able to get Yanavage as he was trying to steal the bag. Good tag made, and that will do it in the inning. All right, well, they're going to argue the call here for just a moment, but Baldwin with a nice tag there, fielding that throw on down. Yanavage retired, caught stealing. We'll be back with the top of the 4th. Your score, RCP 1 and Bristol nothing.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
All right, back here in Farmington, Connecticut, as we make our way into the top of inning number 4. Tiviar's will lead it off. That's Brett, the catcher, just threw out a would-be base stealer. Tiviar's Roy and Valentin, the scheduled hitters, against Alec Balfour, touched up for a run in the top of the 3rd inning. The RBI single by Nick Molizonis, and has a swing by Tiviar's and a fly ball to left. Lozier will put it away, and quickly 1 down. So you have 1 out, brings up Austin Roy. Tiviar's with a fly ball out his first time to center, so he's now 0 for 2, by the way. And Roy to the plate, bounded out 6-3 his first time. Balfour's pitch in for the strike. Balfour really relying on location and his curveball. Tiviar's, Roland Tiviar's, who's out there in the mound for RCP, he likes to throw the heat. Quite a contrast in the pitching styles. There's a curveball down in the dirt. Count goes a 1 ball and 1 strike. Bristol outfielders playing straight away. Now the curveball bends in for the strike call. The count goes 1-2. Balfour doing a good job freezing the batters. Has 1 strikeout. Struck out Dewey to start the ball game. Dewey able to retaliate as a little dribbler. And it's going to roll and off the bag. Boy, that just stayed fair right down the line. It's amazing it didn't roll foul. They don't have a clean base path, meaning there's grass on the base path, and that perhaps kept it in play as it rolled down the chalk line and hit the bag. And Roy has himself an infield single. That will be the 5th hit of the game. Now a ball past a dive of Fredette going after it, and that's a base hit for Valentin. And the throw goes to third. Goulet will hold on to it. Is hustling in the second is Valentin. A lot happening on that play. Roy goes first to third. Valentin takes second on the throw to third base. And that's consecutive singles. They got runners at second and third now with just one out. That's their sixth hit of the game. So 2 on in scoring position. Hinkle to the plate, reached on an error, back in the second. Infield in around the horn here for Bristol. They can't fall too far behind. That ball swatted towards the gap in left center field. That's a base hit and plenty more. 2 runs will score easily. And Hinkle jogs in the second base with a 2-run double. And RCP now leads it by the score of 3-0. Three runs now on 7 hits. They still have just 1 out. Here's Tyler Baldwin, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. And there's going to be some activity now down in the Bristol bullpen. The pitch swung on and missed by Baldwin as he fouls it back. Just missed it. That was in his zone right there. He'd love that one again. So the count goes 0-1 here to Baldwin. Just 1 out, runner in scoring position. Curveball in for the strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Top of the order, and Dewey on deck here for RCP. Here in the 4th, they've struck for 2, and now a 3-0 lead. Balfour waits the right-hander's pitch to the right-handed hitting second baseman, a tad high, and the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Balfour's pitch, that ball hit to the center fielder. Can he get there? Indeed, reaching up is Violet to make the catch of the long run. They're going to tag the runner to third. Sliding past the bag, they're going to say he's safe. No tag by Goulet. He thought he had tagged him. Hinkle went sliding by the bag. And they're safe at the bag at third, and I don't think they're going to change that call. I don't know if he tagged him or not. I don't think he had. Goulet should have stayed with the play, perhaps. But anyhow, Baldwin with a fly ball out. Nice catch there by Violet. RCP with a 3-0 lead, being aggressive on the base paths. Wow. So now you got 2 down, and the runner just 90 feet away for David Dewey. Tough break there for Matt Goulet. He thought he had tagged him from this angle. I don't think he had. Hinkle went sliding by the bag, and Goulet was celebrating. They thought they had a double play. Here's Balfour's pitch, and that's fouled off by Dewey. He had a good timing on that curveball. He just missed it. Count 0-1. Noah Budzek in the on-deck circle. 3 runs now on 7 hits for RCP. Balfour's pitch. Ball lofted high up into the air. Second baseman will call to the outfield grass, and Fredette will put it away. But the damage is done. A couple more runs up on the board as Alec Hinkle drives home a pair with a 2-run double. And now RCP with the lead through 3.5 by the score of 3-0. We take a break. We'll be right back with more after this.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined. I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
So Lozier was at the plate when Canavage was thrown out, caught stealing, so he'll come back to start the bottom of the fourth inning, and Bristol now trailing 3-0. Tiviage has been dominating out in the mound. He has struck out 4. He's allowed just 1, hit the leadoff single to the designated hitter Wikoski. That was back in the third inning. Lozier, Plantamaro, and Goulet, the scheduled hitters here. Tiviage into the windup, and the pitch a little high, and the count goes 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a strike call. Tiviage's location has been outstanding with the fastball here today. Big, deep breath out in the mound. The right-hander has the pitch hit towards the gap in right center field. Dewey giving it a chase. It's over his head. Rounding the bag at first at Lozier. He's thinking 2, but that ball was retrieved quickly by Lombardo and thrown back into Baldwin. Baldwin looked the first, but Palazonis had crept away to back up a throw to second. So that's a well-struck ball, and Lozier with a leadoff single here in the fourth. So for the second consecutive inning, Bristol has a leadoff runner on base. Brings up Plantamaro. So Lozier, who was struck out his first time and appeared overmatched by Tiviage, able to connect on a long single to right center field. Now RCP is going to get together with the entire infield here, with Plantamaro coming to the plate. Goulet in the on-deck circle. This is the top 3 of the batting order for Bristol coming to the plate here in the fourth inning. Lozier batting .228 on the season. Has just a 1 double. Playing in his 23rd game as the ball bounded down to shortstop. And they only get 1. It wasn't hit that hard. Budzik got it on to Baldwin, but a hard slide by Lozier. And Plantamaro will take over at first on the fielder's choice. So good hustle by Lozier. So here's Goulet to the plate. He hit a fly ball out his first time. Bristol has not had a run of the second base today. Tiviage quickly falls behind in the count here. 1 ball, no strikes. The right-hander on the hill. Checks a runner at first and deals. Ball hit high up in the air. Foul territory off to the third base side toward the stands. The count now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out and 1 on. Curveball down low. Nice stop behind the plate by Brett Tiviage. You think those 2 guys are throwing baseballs to each other? I think they have many a time out in the backyard. Tiviage's pitch well struck in the left field for a base hit. They're starting to get a feel for that straight fastball. Didn't have much movement on it, and that's the second hit of the inning, 3rd of the ball game now for Bristol. And they have runners at first and second, and for the first time they put a runner in scoring position. So now 3 hits for Bristol as they try to fight their way back into this contest. Trailing on the scoreboard 3-0. Violet to the plate, struck out his first time. Jake is a cleanup hitter for Bristol, looking for a big hit here. Hitting can be contagious, and he'll foul the first pitch off. Violet with a .246 batting average, Violet. Team batting average for Bristol at .279. Violet with 7 RBIs for Bristol American Legion play. And a big swing and a miss there, and he'll go back to the dugout. He just threw some heat at him there. Violet strikes out for the second time, brings up Corey Fredette. So Fredette, the second baseman, grounded out his first time. Tiviar's looking in for the side, trying to get out of this bit of a jam, and late swing fouled off by Fredette. That pitch overpowering to the inside part of the plate. Galay's single was a solid single to left field. Lozier with a long shot to the gap in right center. There's some heat again, and swing and a miss, and the count quickly goes 0-2. Here in the bottom of the fourth, 7-inning game. Pitch foul back. If you love baseball and RCP holds on, we'll have one more for you. This game started promptly at 1 o'clock. It's been moving along nicely. I just jinxed that. Outfield with a big gap. You got Dewey, step or two towards right center field. Here comes the 0-2. Fouled off at the plate. But Tiviar couldn't hold on. In and out of the catcher's mitt. Tiviar's now with 4 strikeouts in the game. Leans in for the sign. Hasn't walked a batter and pitched down in the dirt. And Brett Tiviar does a nice job of blocking that pitch. No advance by the runners at first and second. Runners will lead from first and second base. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball hit up the middle. Taken on a dive. Whirling the throw to first is Noah Budzik, and a magnificent play. What a play by Noah Budzik. Highlight reel stuff. Boy, taking over from what his brother used to do in American Legion play. That was just outstanding. Bristol comes up empty, no runs. They had a couple of hits. They leave 2 on. We'll be back with the top of the 5th. Noah Budzik with a spectacular play. Take a break. Back with more right after this.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
All right, welcome right back as we make our way into the 5th inning of play. Leading things off, the man who just made a spectacular play, Noah Budzik, stepping up to the plate. Showing great range from that shortstop spot, going behind the bag at second to get the force out at the bag at second to end the Bristol threat. Budzik today has singled in 2 tries. This is the part of the batting order that has really upset Alec Balfour out on the mound. He's given up 3 runs. RCP with the lead, and that pitch down low. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes here. RCP out hitting Bristol now 7-3. Count goes 3 balls, no strikes. Bristol had some bullpen activity that has subsided. Very muggy day here in Farmington. That pitch spun in for the strike, and the count goes 3-1. Pitch popped up. Should be playable and easy enough for Corey Fredette. And Budzik is retired on a pop up to the outfield grass. Brings up Polizonis. One-0 pitch missed outside. Polizonis today with an RBI base hit. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Our scoreboard has stopped working. We'll fix that between innings. Here comes the 2-0. Hit very high up in the air. Coming over is the first baseman, Ryan Green, on the infield grass, and he'll make the infield dirt, and he'll make the catch. Polizonis is retired, and you have yourself 2 outs here in the inning, and Zach Lombardo to the plate. Lombardo with a base hit. He's also grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. That was a big double play put together by that Bristol infield back in third, because it looked like it was a big inning beginning to brew there for RCP. Swinging at the first pitch is Lombardo, drops it into center field for a base hit. That's his second hit of the ball game, 8th in the game overall for RCP. Yeah, scoreboard has come on back. Tiviar's to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Brett the catcher today for his brother Roland, who's been lights out on the mound. He hasn't allowed a run yet, only 3 hits. Pitch down low. 2 out, 1 on. Here at the top of the 5th inning. Balfour throw to the bag at first, stepping on back, Lombardo. Well, we have some sunshine right now. That's been a rarity over the last couple of days. But we have it today. Balfour, the pitch, the runner goes, pitches a strike call, ball dropped by the catcher. So Lombardo able to steal second base without a throw. Yanovich just couldn't get a good handle on that. So with 2 out, runner in scoring position. Tiviar's with a chance to increase a 3-0 advantage as a little slow roller. Green should handle it, and he'll make the play unassisted at the bag at first, and that will do it. He had the base hit by Lombardo. He's stranded at the bag at second, and that is going to do it. We're through 4.5 now, and, well, RCP continues to lead 3-0. Back with a bottom of 5 right after this.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
All right back here in Farmington as we continue. Home team is Bristol, coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th, and Green's going to lead it off here. Bristol did threaten in the 4th inning, a couple of base hits. They had runners at first and second. Couldn't get any deeper than that. Tiviar's out in the mound has given up just 3 hits today. So Ryan Green struck out his first hit. And he'll swing and roll it off the end of the bat. Budzik drops the ball, picks it up, guns it across the diamond, and not in time. Well, if you fielded that cleanly to the backhand side, he would have got him. But Green is safe. We'll have to go E6. Kind of a tough error there on Budzik as he stayed with it. But that's a leadoff runner on now for Bristol. Wachowski to the plate, singled his first plate appearance. Took it the opposite way. They nearly threw him out of the bag at first. Not a lot of speed at the plate in that first base right now for Bristol. That ball fouled off down the right field line. Count goes 0-2. Nobody out. Runner on. Ganavage is on deck. The 0-2. That just missed. Each team has committed an error now. There is some light activity in the Bristol bullpen. Swing and a miss there by Wachowski. He'll go back to the dugout. Strikeout number 5 at Diviage. Ganavage to the plate. He has reached on the field his choice. Swings at the first pitch. Baldwin will field it, tags a runner, throws the first, double play, and that's going to be 4, unassisted 3, and that will do it in the 5th, just like that. We'll be back with the top of 6. RCP in command, 3-0. Stay with us.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
President Roosevelt signed the Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors...
All right, back here in Farmington as we move on to the 6th inning. Austin Roy to lead it off. Roy, Valentin, and Hinkle. Hinkle a hitting start today with a 2-run double. That was back in the 2-run 4th inning. A run in the 3rd, one in the 4th for RCP, and they lead Bristol 3-0, trying to remain alive here in Pod D and force a decisive game immediately following this one. First pitch in for the strike to Roy from Alec Balfour. Balfour with a gutsy performance today, giving up the 3 hits on, I should say the 3 runs on 8 hits here. Balfour peeks over the glove, the right-hander, and the 1-1 as a swing and a miss. And the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Balfour looking for a strikeout. He has one. Curveball popped up. Green floats in the foul play and reaches up, and the first baseman makes the catch, and Austin Roy is retired. One down, Jared Valentin to the plate. Valentin today is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Belfour, the pitch. Well, it'll be all hands on deck for Bristol if they don't come back to win this game. Likewise for RCP, obviously. RCP losing to Bristol on Sunday to move into the losers bracket. They lost a few more games than they usually do in Zone 7 play. They weren't a champ this year. Ball hit in flight to center. Violet will circle underneath it and make the catch, and Valentin is retired on a fly ball by the center fielder. And you have 2 down, and here comes Alex Hinkle. Hinkle has reached on an error and doubled home 2. Number 8 guy in the lineup for RCP doing the job today. Two outs, base is empty. That pitch missed low and away, ball 1. Belfour will give you a steady diet of off-speed pitches, curveballs. Into the windup is the righty. Comes with a fastball that time, ground ball. Plantamoro slings it across, and that's going to do it. 6-3 on the putout. Hinkle retired in a 1-2-3 inning for Belfour. And that's his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. So good top half of 6 for Bristol defensively. We'll be back with the bottom of 6. Time is ticking down on Bristol in this one. 3-0 RCP with the lead.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion.
Lemke coming to the plate here for Bristol in the bottom of the 6th. Swings at the first pitch, up the middle, diving play by Budzik. He throws the stretch and safe at first. Is Lemke. Another spectacular play by Budzik. What was on his foot may have come off the bag there, stretching as far as he could to try to make the play, but Lemke hustling down the line with an infield single. Losey to the plate, singled in his last plate appearance. He's 1 for 2. Well, Bristol now with 4 hits in the ball game. There's a ground ball, and that's going to be hit through. Right fielder Lombardo will charge it, and no chance to get Losey hustling down the line at first. So consecutive singles in Bristol with runners at first and second now, nobody out. They now have 5 hits in the ball game. Tiviage was overpowering through the first 3 innings, allowing just 1 hit. Over the last couple of innings, Bristol's been able to put a little pressure on. This is Plantamoro to the plate, and there's going to be a little chat. He's reached on a fielder's choice, and he's struck out here today. Lozia now 2 for 3 with that single a moment ago, going the opposite way. Never count Bristol out. They'll fight to the end. So Plantamoro, the shortstop, swinging from the right side. Tiviage will lean in for the sign. Playing inside the bag at third is Lazonis, and that ball hit high in the air to the center fielder. Dewey will camp underneath it. He'll make the catch, and the throw will come to the cutoff Budzik. So Plantamoro with a lazy fly to center, and you have one down. Bristol would love to strike for a run here. Number 3 hitter in the lineup, Matt Goulet to the plate. Hit the ball well on a line in the left field for a base hit back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Sun continues to shine as Tiviars will work from the stretch with 2 on for Bristol. And the pitch. That ball struck out to right field. Going back is Lombardo. He'll circle underneath it. He'll make the catch. He'll tag the runner at second to third as the throw comes into the second baseman, Tyler Baldwin. Goulet nearly got it over Lombardo's head. Now you got 2 down and runners at first and third. So Violet now coming up to the plate. Jake is 0 for 2. He's struck out twice as a center fielder. Runners on the corners for Bristol. And they're going to be Coach Grande is going to come out and chat here. Of course, Bristol with that delayed steal opportunity here. How will RCP handle that? You know, they're up by 3 runs. I'd give them up the base. Will they throw through because there's 2 out? A lot of things to think about. Lozier with good speed at the bag at first. So you got Lemke at third, Lozier at the bag at first with 2 down, and Bristol trying to claw away and pick up at least a run here in the 6th inning. Right now, RCP is 4 outs away from forcing a deciding game. Tiviars a pitch, breaks it in there for the strike call. Violet 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Hasn't been able to solve Tiviars at all. Rolls it off the end of the bat. Slow roller taken there by the stumbling Lazonis. Needed the help of the pitcher Tiviars at first, and he got it. And Violet is retired 3-1. That'll do it. We're through 6 as Bristol strands 2. We're back with a top of 7. RCP with a lead.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American Legion.
Thank you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more. The American...
Well, of course, the Connecticut American Legion state champ will move on to the Northeast Regional to take place out at Holy Cross in Worcester, Massachusetts in a couple of weeks. And the winner of the Northeast Regional moving on to represent the Northeast at the American Legion World Series in Shelby, North Carolina. So a lot to play for all these teams. RCP on the verge of forcing a final game here. In the North Super Regional, 2 teams are in already, Tri-County and Ellington. West Hartford and Niantic will decide things today and who will represent. And of course, this one here, you're watching RCP in Bristol. In the South Super Regional, nothing has been determined yet. Southington and Trumbull playing in a decisive game today. Cheshire and Waterbury continuing where they left off yesterday with Cheshire in the driver's seat there. Guilford and Naugatuck playing today, and Middletown and Oakville also competing. So a lot of baseball to be played today. It looks like Mother Nature is cooperating now. That is Ethan Ryan out in the mound in relief of Balfour. Balfour working 6 full, allowing 3 runs and 8 hits. All the runs were earned. Had a strikeout in the contest. Didn't walk a batter, so his control was outstanding. Swinging at the pitch is Tyler Baldwin. He pops it up. In the foul play, Green makes the catch there, and Baldwin is out to start the top of the 7th. Brings up the top of the order, and David Dewey. Dewey in the ball game has doubled in 3 tries. Scored a run. Scored the game's first run. Ryan's pitch. Hit on a line down the left field line. That's a base hit and more. Lozier to chase it down. Digging for 2 is Dewey, and he's in the second base with a stand-up double. That's his second double of the game. And here in the top of the 7th, RCP trying to put this game out of reach. Noah Budzik to the plate. He's been spectacular, to say the least, in the field today. 1 for 3 at the plate is Noah Budzik, playing shortstop. Ethan Ryan from the stretch on the pitch, a little high. They got 1 out and a runner in scoring position at second base now for RCP. They scored a run in the 3rd and 2 in the 4th. That's all we've had. That ball hit through the right side for a base hit, charged by Lemke. They're going to send the runner. Lemke's throw, and trying to get back to home was Ganavage, and boy, sliding in safely is David Dewey on a close play. If that throw was on line and on time, they had him. It was just a little bit off to the first base side. Good effort there by Lemke, but Budzik with his second hit and an RBI, scoring Dewey. And the lead now at 4-0. 10 hits in the game now. Budzik ended up at the bag at second, by the way. First pitch in there for the strike. So RCP keeps the heat on here in the top of the 7th with a runner in scoring position. Pitch down low. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Polozonis in the ball game with an RBI base hit in 3 tries. He's reached on the field his choice. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, we were all full. We didn't know what that pitch was called. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. On deck, you have Lombardo. Ryan's pitch tickles the outside corner. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ethan in relief of Balfour. He's given up a run here in the 7th. Outfield is just about straight away. Well, coaching staffs of both these teams had to sacrifice a day from work. Perhaps some of the guys playing had to sacrifice a day from work too to be here. Nobody expected to play ball on a Thursday. It was supposed to be a day off for all American Legion teams, but 3-2 pitch hit very high up into the air. Violette, the center fielder, with plenty of room to circle underneath it in right center and make the catch. Tagging to third goes Budzik. So you got 2 down, runner at the bag at third now. And Zach Lombardo to the plate. Lombardo 2 for 3, stolen a base. Hit into a 5-4-3 double play back in the 3rd. Ryan's delivery, swing and a miss as that curveball dropped off the table and the count goes 0-1. Egan nods ahead, likes the sign, likes the pitch call. Here it comes. Fastball. Hit high in the air, towards the gap. Long run. Both fielders collide, Violette and Lozier, and the ball will squirt free, and in the 2nd will go Lombardo with a double. Budzik scores easily from the bag at 3rd, And the lead now at 5-0, and hopefully Violette and Lozier are okay out there. They both had a good shot at it. Really thought Lozier, perhaps his angle to it might have been a little better, and right now they're making sure everybody is okay. So it's now 5-0 on 11 hits for RCP. But Tiviar stepping in. Tiviar's the catcher. He's 0 for 3 today as the catcher. He's done a nice job behind the plate. Thrown out a would-be base stealer. He did that back in the second inning of this actually the third inning when Bristol tried to put some offense in motion. They've been held off the board thus far. RCP with a run the third, 2 in the fourth, and they've added 2 here in the 7th inning for the 5-0 lead. Pitch high, and the count goes 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball. Hit to the third baseman. Goulet will scoop, throws on to first, and that'll do it. 5-3 on the putout. Damage is done. The RBI single by Budzik scoring Dewey, and then you had the RBI double by Lombardo to bring home Budzik. All right, we're back with the bottom of 7 as Bristol is down to their final 3 outs. Well, we're going to have an if game. They trail 5-0 to RCP. We'll be right back.
President Roosevelt signs Bill of Rights.
I've always appreciated the American Legion.
My gratitude to the American
Thank
Legion.
you all of the American Legion.
We have millions of veterans that are members of our organization. Thank you.
The American Legion, celebrating a legacy of service to America. Find out more at legion.org.
Hi, this is Michael Peterson. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund is the fund created by the American Legion to help ensure a college education if your parent gave their life in service of our nation. The impact of that is immeasurable, and your donation is desperately needed. Please visit us at legion.org and join me in making a generous donation today.
The American Legion honors our newest generation of warriors and veterans. Please join us in supporting and recognizing their unique contributions and needs. Go to legion.org/honor veterans to find out more.
Well, back here at Tunnocks Mead Field in Farmington, it looks as though Cheshire has advanced to the South Super Regional. They whitewash Waterbury. Mercy rule 10-0 and a continuation of a game that began yesterday. This is Fredette leading things off here for Bristol in the bottom of the 7th inning, trying to get something going for Bristol. They'd like a little momentum, perhaps, if they don't come all the way back into game 2 with a little offense here. They've been held to 5 hits by Roland Tiviarge, and the pitch fouled back, and the count quickly goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two the count to the leadoff hitter here in the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. Strikeout number 6 for Roland Tiviarge here today.
Now back for Bristol, number 17, Ryan Green.
That's going to bring up Ryan Green, the first baseman. He's reached on an error. That was back on the 5th. Kind of a tough error on Noah Budzik going to the backhand side, but he had time to throw out Green. He dropped the baseball, picked it up, and still made it close. Ozona's able to stretch across, and maybe his foot came off the bag. It's tough to tell. Swing and a miss, count quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch up high, and the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes as he came with some heat. Got him 1-2-3 in the first, did likewise in the second. Finally gave up a hit to Orakoski in the third. This is popped up in the infield, and towards the mound comes a jogging Budzik to put it away, and there's 2 out. Orkowski trying to keep it alive here for Bristol. He is singled and struck out today. Orkowski trying to figure out a way to keep it going here for Bristol. Swings at the pitch, flares it up in the air, shallow right field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit in between three fielders, Baldwin, Lombardo, and Polizonis. That one had some eyes on it for him, and for Bristol, that's their 6th hit of the game, and they have a 2-out base runner. Orkowski now with 2 hits today. Genovar stepping up to the plate. Jeremy, catcher. Reach on the fielder's choice. Hit into a 4-assisted 3-double play, which ended the 5th inning. Quickly falls behind 0-2 here. 0-2 pitch, and that's a base hit in the right field. Charged by Lombardo and thrown back into the infielder, Tyler Baldwin. So consecutive hits here by Bristol. As we mentioned, they never give up. Now have 7 hits in the game. Brings up the number 9 guy in the lineup, Mike Lemke. Lemke 1 for 2. Tiviars to deal it. Comes with a straight fastball, gets a strike call, and the count goes 0-1. Runners on first and second for Bristol. The pitch down to the dirt, but Tiviars nice stop behind the plate. Count goes level. Here's the 1-1 pitch, hit on the ground of the first baseman. Should do it. Polizonis will field it and touch the bag. 3 unassisted, and this one has come to a close. Your final score, RCP 5 and Bristol nothing. They'll play a decisive game probably 45 minutes from now, if not a little bit sooner. We'll try to find out that information for you, and then we'll be back with that one. So we'll schedule it on SportingNewsCT.com. We'll do that right now. We'll be back in a bit. Your final score, 5-0. Well, and Tiviars picking up the win. Alex Balfour will take the hard luck loss here. Hitting star, there was a couple of them today, most likely, for this RCP team. You had David Dewey score a couple of runs with a couple of doubles. Noah Budzik with a couple of hits and an RBI here today. Zach Lombardo went 3 for 4. So he certainly had a nice day. And, of course, the clutch, a 2-run double in the 4th inning by Alex Hinkle to put this game out of reach. 5-0 your final. 5 runs and 11 hits, 1 error for RCP. And for Bristol, no runs, 7 hits, and they committed 1 error. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Stay with us on SportingNewsCT.com.